That was pretty good. We are back with another One Piece review, chapter 1178. That was nice. 78. Yeah, that's cool. Nice, I did rap. Anywho, pretty solid chapter. I'm not even gonna hold you. If we're being real, if we're being honest, I low key feel like somebody's on Oda's team is watching my channel. Now let me land for a second, right? So it was like what? Chapters 1076. I was talking about like, hey yo, listen. It was that chapter, right? It was like that chapter. Sanji took out the Holy Knight with ease and whatnot. I was like, bro, that's pretty insane, but like the Straw Hawks are getting pretty strong. Then next chapter, Frankie and Sanji like, hey yo, bro, the Holy Knights are pretty strong. Then Frankie's like, hey yo, listen, we're probably just getting that strong. We got our Yonko crew. Like someone was listening to me last video. But it doesn't stop there. Because remember, like, for these past two videos now, I've been talking about, like, bro, listen, like, the stakes need to go up, bro. Like, I feel like the Holy Knights are there right now. The villains aren't feeling like really villains. We're feeling, like, pretty strong right now. Then this chapter, here we go again. Frankie and Sanji are talking. It's kind of funny how they do the exact same thing. Saying, like, these are just a couple of the Holy Knights. There could be more of them out there, or what have you. And like there's only like a little bit of their forces, like even with that small amount of force, they still cause like all this damage to Elbaf. So, needless to say, someone on the team is watching my channel, which I feel very grateful for. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, by the way. Thank you, someone on Oda's team, or maybe Oda himself. Who's to say? Maybe you're watching. I don't know. But I'm seeing a pattern, and I'm a very pattern recognition type of guy, and it seems as if they're taking notes from me, and that's pretty nice to see. That's pretty nice to see. But I say that because in this chapter, it kind of gave me what I wanted. So going to the chapter review from the beginning, we start off with the Luffy, Loki versus one of the Holy Knights possessed by Imu. They're doing a good job. Loki's having trouble with it because like he's a very big body right now. Luffy hits her with the, I think it's called like Liberation Gatling gun. What's it called? Let's double check together. Let's double check together. You didn't have to stoop so long. Okay, Booming Dawn Gatling gun. I can show this. I can show this to you guys. Transition real quick. So yeah, Luffy hit him with that, and then what else happened? Oh yeah, then then Loki then froze Imu. Oh, but before that though, I totally forgot. Imu tried to do like Diamond Reversi on Loki and Luffy, and it didn't work. So Imu then said, as expected, these two truly are. Then we don't finish what he said the comment was. But then he made another comment about rocks. Oh yeah, he said, if only thou were erased from the world as rocks was before thee. Then Donvi, demonic covenant, thou shalt cast aside a portion of thy lifespan and receive unpredictable power. In exchange for this blessing, thou shalt loathe each other. Okay, oh! So even better explanation of how his powers work. So in exchange for something, you get power. So in exchange for this blessing, thou shalt loathe each other. Interesting. It's kind of like a contract seal you got going on there. Then Loki hit him with the ice Ragnar to get smaller and whatnot. Then Chopper shows off his powers of like healing people from the demon spirits or whatnot. And Zoro just thinks because he's an amazing doctor he could do that. They're trying to save the island right now. Then also at the same time my bad. Then also at the same time, the owl from the library disappeared with most of the books. So now we're wondering like, oh, what happened to the owl and whatnot. But apparently the books are safe. Then after that, that's when my comment earlier about the Holy Knights, how there could be more than there's only three of them that cause all this damage and whatnot. I'll show the panel here. Actually, I can just show the panel right here. Actually, I'll just transition. I think y'all can read that, right? Yeah, things got wrapped up pretty quickly. Once we went on the offensive, huh? Well, it ain't like this was a full-on war against their whole organization, you know. Even if these guys are Knights of the Holy Name, there were only three of them. Yes, it's saying how thoroughly they managed to devastate somewhere as massive as Elbath. What happened to the Great One? Okay, yeah. So yeah, this is just them kind of like, what's what I'm looking for. Explain the situation in a way that shows like, yeah, they did this much damage, and that's pretty impressive on its own, but also there could be the potential of more Holy Knights that could be stronger on a different tier, like them like being like a gaggle of them, like maybe like he said, a whole organization and whatnot, that could actually cause some real damage, you know, stuff like that. But even still though, it looks like if y'all could take them up with ease, just, you know, the crew and whatnot, them having like a whole force wouldn't really matter. But there's more to the chapter. Let's go on. So after that comment was made, Emu then says, Elders, the Holy One will be without move for a short while. Implying that Emu is going to go to the, what's he face? Elbath himself, maybe? Or may disappear from Mary Joy to do something else. Either way, I feel like next chapter we're going to get like Emu popping off for real. Like he might teleport there himself. Then apparently there's elders there as well, so it's like that's even like a tier above that maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's theorizing time right there, you know. Because he's talking to elders, so like is there someone like a tier above? Emu's like kind of like the powerful figurehead, but there's people above that. If that's the case, cool. I'm glad we're finally getting more to it because again, I was worried about the villains and whatnot. Like we were getting too strong, and we need like a good adversary. And if there's more to it that we don't know what's going on in the background, I'm happy about that. I am happy. I can't wait to see what happens next chapter. I think Emu's gonna pop up to Elbath. I can't speak. Pop up to Elbath and throw hands for real. I think that might happen. We'll see if it does. We can actually see like, you know, them go crazy, put in some work because again, it was just like what Luffy and Loki kind of put in an easy work against the Shadow. But then Luffy passed out from using Gear 5 for too long. And freaking Loki was tired too. I think from using he said he was using his dragon form too long as well. So both of them are kind of tired now. So they have like, you know, stamina nerf ATM. So we'll see how that goes, you know, how that will play into part. Like, you know, maybe it's going to be them in the background recharging their strength. While everyone else fights Emu, hype him up. Then at that point, Luffy and Loki pop in, fully charged, fight them together. It's crazy work. Who's to say, but 1178 gave me hope again, if that makes sense. Like, now I'm like, okay, we got villains. The villains could probably pop off again. I'm happy about that. I just needed that foundation. I need to look forward to them actually using their powers to their full potential, if that makes sense. Because right now it's just been like a lot of casual stuff, easy work, like doing basic math. You know what I mean? Let's put them in calculus. I feel like they can do calculus. Let's let them use their brain muscles. That was a decent analogy, I feel like. That was an okay analogy. Not my best, not my worst. Alright? But yeah, overall, solid chapter. I really enjoyed it. Really curious again. We talked about this last chapter, like about Chopper's Devil Fruit, what that could lead to. Maybe that might go more into the next chapter. Maybe they might hop into like a lot of chapters later on. Who's to say what Oda, bro? I don't know. We just have to wait and see till next week. But yeah, good chapter. I'm satisfied. Can't wait till next week because there's no break too, I believe, right? Yeah, no break either. So, and then that ended by them saying, "Could Emu really be going there?" So yeah, it might be a bait and switch. Maybe Emu is not going to pull up to Elbath. Who's to say? But yeah, that's it for the video. I'm done yapping. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the quick yap session. If you did, please like, subscribe, all that great, fun, fantastic stuff. And you guys be easy, okay? Okay, let me stop recording.